Listen, I only have one a day.
Dude, 10 a day. That's the
Minimum.
one.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to It Is What It Is podcast, episode number 5. Once again, joined by the lovely Near Die and Jack the Bus. Say hello, you two.
Oh my god, I'm back.
Near Die's back. How's the baby? How's your guys? Near Die is an uncle now. Congratulations on the baby.
Uncle Dean.
Uncle Dean. We now, Jack the Bus is back once again. Hello, Jack. How you doing?
Hey to all you wieners out there.
And people, the special guest we have today on the IIWII number 5 is GregFPS. Greg, what's going on, my man?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Now, today we had the lovely zombie extraordinaire on the podcast, and just to get started off nice and easy, how you doing? How's life been going for you? How you feel?
I've been doing good. Just enjoying what I've been doing with zombies and stuff, and trying to make the best content possible.
And without a doubt, that's the message across the board for all zombies. People trying to create whatever they can at this point in time with whatever content they can get from zombies. And Nier, what's going on with you? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm
Okay.
doing good.
Okay.
I'm doing good,
Yeah.
It's Valentine's Day. I'm single, so I'm going to be crying in my corner and crying tonight. And just a couple of days ago, I got to see the baby. It was the day you guys were recording the podcast.
Mhm.
I didn't get to hold her because she was asleep and they didn't want to, bother the baby. But
That was probably a hectic day. First of all, it's probably really.
oh hell
hectic.
yeah, it was very hectic. The mother, my sister-in-law, the
Yeah.
most amazing sister, one of the most amazing sisters in the world. I got 2 of them, and
Yeah.
she's an amazing girl. She got ended up getting some what the fuck is it called? The shit that numbs you, whatever it's called.
I know what you're talking about though, when someone's I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so she's doing okay. She's back at home with the baby.
Okay, very nice, very 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 nice. Jack, how are you, Jack? How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm doing good. Okay, so I went out today. All right.
Yeah.
I was ready. I got myself a mini trampoline. Okay.
Oh
And
shit!
yeah, I'm right. Okay, and it's sitting in my corner right now. I'm put it up. Oh my god! Let me tell you, jumping in the bed, it's gonna be 20 times better now.
Wait, where do you use it though? Where would you use a mini trampoline in your room? Where would you use it?
It's just sitting next to my bed.
Really?
You know
Yeah.
what? Cool intro for you to do. Jump on it and then
Oh yeah, dude.
jump
So-
on your computer.
Yeah, so
Jump on the camera.
You can literally get up, right? You're getting up, you go into the bathroom, and you can just literally jump in the bathroom. You just jump and
Right?
glide.
I know. I can do so many things
That
with
is
it.
sick. So many
Dude,
more
get a
activities.
zip
Oh
line.
yeah. I guess you could say I'm
Get a
having a
zip line.
pretty good day.
Greg, do you
Get
have a
the zip
trampoline?
line.
Greg, do you have a trampoline?
I
Yeah,
don't.
Greg.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, I need to go with the times.
I'm
man.
gonna make it a trend for everyone to have a trampoline next to the bed.
Well,
Right?
it was a trend in the beginning of Black Ops 3 for everybody to have the Juggernaut mini fridge. You, my friend, they're going to change the game. You're going to get a trampoline for
Yes,
every
sir.
single... Oh my god, imagine like if Fortnite came out with a collectible pack and it was literally like the trampoline you jump on when you get like what is that
No,
called?
let's
The launch pad.
talk about the Black Ops 4 collectible.
That's something we
Could be
can
a
talk about.
trampoline
That's
with Black Ops 4
wow.
on it.
Trampoline.
How
Yeah.
can they actually, we'll start with you, Greg, since you brought it up. What would you want to see from Treyarch? They gave us a mini fridge. How can they one-up us this year?
It's gonna be tough.
It's hard.
I unfortunately my mini fridge does not work anymore.
Oh, shit.
It lasted for like a year at the most,
Yeah.
which I was kind of disappointed about. I might try to fix it
Mhm.
eventually, but I mean, think the Juggernaut fridge was sick, but the only other thing I could see them doing another fridge with a different perk.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I think the cool one would be if they brought back PhD for one. That would be my
that would be a
pick.
good
But
thing.
chances would speed Kohler or quick if they were to do it again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't really know what else. There's really not that much, to be honest.
I was looking on Twitter because I know Jaguar posted something on Twitter, and he was like, "What would you want to see on the new for a new collectible bundle?" And I was, we were getting good. It was like how in the Z House they had like those like replicas, the perk machines and shit. they were saying if they would make those a little bit bigger, but then they had like, the songs in the back, something like people really like memorabilia. And that's something, when, Milo was doing interviews with Blundell, is like when, merchandise, shirts, we've been getting a lot. If you go online and you type in like Call of Duty Zombies t-shirt over, you can see like so many other brands making shirts like with the Juggernaut logo and stuff like that. I bought a poster of the Juggernaut soda. The logo on the bottle is foreign. I don't know what it says. I got it from somewhere in America, not even probably America. There's probably a 12-year-old printing that in their basement. But, it was definitely weird seeing all that merchandise on, like online about zombies that Treyarch didn't even make. Would you guys be open to like merchandise, like clothing? And you'd have to pay.
Oh yeah, 100%, dude.
I would buy a Juggernog shirt so fast.
they
I have one
them.
actually.
Yeah, they have them. It's like just a white logo with like the cross, and it's like I think it's like a red shirt or something. And you can get like black and the red, whatever it is. But I remember I wanted I remember. Okay, wow, we're going back. There was the Origins for Xbox 360. The Origins and cutscene first came out. And I found it on YouTube first, and I was watching it, and I was like, "There's zombies like action figures. I would buy zombies action figures like that." I
really don't know why they don't capitalize on that kind of thing.
They really
Actually, I
should.
brought that up. Actually, hold on. I brought that up in the Jaguar tweet you're talking about. I said that something they could add to the Black Ops 4's memorabilia is the actual action figures that we see in Varrock, Shino, all the other ones, plus the Wishing Ending cutscene.
Yeah, and I think, if they gave a bundle of, I don't give a fuck, I have my friends come in here, I have zombies action figures on my desk, fuck you if you don't like it, I don't give a shit, I'm putting that on my desk, I'm making everybody look at it. I have right now I have the Juggernaut mini fridge behind me, I have all the posters and shit. I love zombies memorabilia. That's why Reed really hit that on the head with the posters and shit like that. And I think, Greg, you were the first guy that made me ask the question, where the hell do you get those posters? Because I had no clue. I had no clue who Reed was at the time, and I was like, where do you get where did this guy get these? Did he literally make them himself? Like, what does he have, a Crayola factory in his backyard that's making these posters? Like, what is this? But
yeah, I got them at COD XP, like all the Black Ops 3 maps.
That must have been a great feeling. That must have been
really
awesome
cool.
Feeling. But how did they bring that up?
So it was a panel. It was a zombies panel. So it was Jason Lundell and Craig Houston talking about zombies, and then they we could answer or ask questions and stuff. But yeah, and then they gave everyone, like, Jason Blundell handed me the posters, and like I shook his hand and took a picture and everything.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah,
it was pretty sick. And then I ended up getting the Shadows of Evil one from someone that was selling it on eBay from the Comic-Con panel. So it's like a limited edition one that's like numbered and all that.
Yeah, I wanted to get a poster on eBay. I was looking at it, and it was like all like, I want to get the Shadows of Evil one, but each of them they were selling for like $100. It's like, I don't know. I was like, I can do that.
Yeah.
Like that's insane. Like I'm gonna end up spending like $500 for if it's Shadows of Evil, DE, that's Scarad, Rev. I'm gonna be spending $500 on posters. Get the hell out.
Yeah, I had it before the map even came out. If it would have like kind of trashed the map, I would have been like, damn.
Now I just wasted my money. Was that panel actually? Because I remember watching. I think it was actually Reed's, documentary of him being there. Was it an actual planned panel that you guys knew about?
Yeah. I didn't know about it like before going, but when I looked at like the schedule, I was like, oh, I need to go to this.
I need to get in.
It was pretty cool. Just picture like every zombies YouTuber that went sitting around in a circle, and then there's like a bunch of other people that know nothing about it.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting, yeah.
It's like
that's pretty much how it was.
Some kid asking, "Is this the Battlefield panel?" Like, how are you gonna answer that?
Call of Duty Zombies is still a thing. I only played like Nocturne and Totem.
Is the map Varrock the new one?
Pretty much, dude. Yeah, there's like an entire like section of Reddit. Like this zombies post got to the top of Reddit one time, and just like nearly more than half the comments were about like how people didn't know that zombies was still a thing, but people don't understand like how big it actually is, or how big it was whenever Black Ops 3 was really like in the midst of it.
It was kind of disappointing. We couldn't like record anything, but I mean, after thinking about it, it was kind of just like the process and like how far ahead they were. Like at that time, Revelations was releasing, and it was like the week before Revelations came out. So they were talking about like how they had already finished Revelations by the time like Zetsubo came out. And we were like, okay, there has to be something more going on.
Oh yeah.
But we didn't obviously know yet about Chronicles, but you know, it was really cool. There was a lot of cool questions. I remember Chopper asking about the AFDGX cipher on mob load screen, and he said that it didn't really tell us anything new. So I mean, I don't know, there's just a lot of weird stuff. It was really, really cool though, for sure.
Do you think though that cipher is ever gonna get solved? Like, imagine the day it gets solved though. Like, some kid's gonna walk in and say, like, "Oh, this, all right, I'll solve it right now."
Oh, easy.
I mean, I feel like people have already posted it on like the ciphers Reddit, which would probably be the best chance to get it solved.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, I can't really think of anything because people have already tried, you know, using like all the characters' names and things like that.
At this point, there's just no motivation to do it. So, like, partly because you said you won't learn much new.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, to be honest, you might see a video from like Milo when it gets solved, and other than that, it's just gonna be people looking for ideas for videos that can't think of anything. So,
right.
Oh, without a doubt. And speaking of videos, I just wanted to, you know, brush up and ask a quick question to Greg. You know, we had when I was I think I was at school on Monday, and I was talking about, you know, we're gonna have like, you know, people on the show, and my friend asked me, because we knew we wanted you as an idea for the show, and I was like, you know, what would you ask, you know, Greg, and then he was like, that's how I get the first topic. What content do you see making in the future, you know, waiting for Black Ops 4? Now, the last 5 videos from you, Greg, were top 5 power-ups, the biggest pet peeves in COD Zombies history, top 5 coolest ways to teleport in Call of Duty, top 5 forgettable Easter eggs in Zombies, top 5 Easter egg steps that require critical thinking. Now, the question to you is, have you ever thought of doing like top 5s, top 10s in the channel? I think that'd be really good to, you know, to branch out. You know, any top 5s coming?
So the way I see it, right, is like, obviously a lot of top 5s have been made in the Zombies community,
but they're good ones. They're not repetitive.
It's been a thing.
Yeah, they're not repetitive.
No, exactly. It's been a thing. But the thing about it is like, after Black Ops 3 was over, there weren't as many people making top 5s. So a lot of the top 5s, like say by the Smith Plays or Lex, they were old. They didn't include anything from Black Ops 3. In Black Ops 3, you have the best wonder weapon, the Apothicon Servant. You have so many different things that totally changed up Zombies. So I figured it would be a good time for me to get into it and do that. And they're really fun to do because I get to go back and play old maps and have fun playing them. Whether it's just in Black Ops 3, or I get to go back and play, you know, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, World at War, all that stuff. It makes it enjoyable for me. So it's not like I'm doing the same thing over and over, like constantly playing Black Ops 3 every day. And then I also started to add in other Zombies modes as well. So you have Exo Zombies, Infinite Warfare Zombies, and even a little bit of World War II. And when you can combine all of those things and make it one cohesive list, you pull from all the people who are fans of each different one and kind of blend ideas overall. And I think it makes a really cool discussion overall for everyone in the Zombies community, whether or not they like World War II or Infinite Warfare. Chances are they all find common ground within Treyarch Zombies. So it allows me to kind of expand the horizons and not just focus on one thing that's been overdone, but focus on everything as a whole, and try to, you know, connect all the communities together. So it's a really, really cool thing. I like doing it. I know a lot of people say like top 5s are so easy to make and all this stuff, but I mean, it does take a lot of time to record, and people don't understand that, you know, like there have been times where I've been trying to get really good gameplay about a specific thing, and it's taken me multiple hours. Like, there was this one time I was doing the top 5 pistols in Call of Duty Zombies. It took me like literally 6 hours to get the single CZ75s from the box on Black Ops 1. Like, I'm not even joking. I literally played Kino for 5 hours straight, and it was horrible. And then I emptied up my entire bank on Xbox and on PC, and finally got the 5.7s with 10k points to spare.
The 5.7s, really?
Yeah, dude, it was bad. Like, it took forever, man. So, you know, it's one of those things. You just gotta love what you do and just keep doing it, man.
That's the thing, and you know the great for this topic. You know, gotta love what you do, and that's like one of the things you always talk about in every single podcast. Like, you know, what content do you see making, waiting for Black Ops 4? Now, Jack has that Fortnite game going. Jack is working that Fortnite game. Let me tell you,
I play it way too much.
Jack literally. I can see Jack coming home. Hey ma, hey dad, how are you? Putting the bag down. All right, let's go. 50 V-Bucks a day. Here we go. Got $5 here, $5 there, $10, and you're sweating. I can see Jack hunch over sweating every day, coming home, fuck homework, fuck school, on Fortnite, all day, every day. And it's just Jack.
It's pretty accurate.
Now, Jack, do you see yourself, you know, in the summer, you know, hype's coming. We got official, you know, we got a little zombie tea, like the summer of going to Black Ops 3. I believe it was July 4th or July 9th of the Comic-Con panel. And you know, at that time, they were like, you know, they were the Giant trailer, the Shadows of Evil trailer. Do you see yourself in the summer, you know, waiting up for Black Ops? You know, I'm gonna say Black Ops 4, whatever. Don't start with that bullshit.
Well, just refer to it as
I'm gonna say Black Ops 4. Do you think you're gonna kind of, you know, Fortnite? Okay, you know, the hype's good. I'm gonna stick to it. Do you think you're gonna, you know, switch off to a little bit of more zombie content because it's like, you know, the vibe's there?
Right. Yeah, that's a good question. I know so this is why like Noah and a couple other people, like, they made another channel specifically for Fortnite. So I think they did that so the transition back whenever the next Black Ops comes, it's not as awkward, like switching over content, because I know a lot of people are subscribing to him for Fortnite.
Yeah,
he made that second channel so it's not as awkward. I just did it on my main channel, so I can't just like all of a sudden just flip over and switch my content. I don't have like a solid answer right now. I think we'll just see like how it goes when the time comes. But I think, I mean, I'm definitely going to be like just like all inning on the next Call of Duty, but we'll see like where my content goes with it.
I have like a unique perspective on this, in my opinion. Like, this is not to bash on anyone who plays Fortnite at all, but the way I see it is like right now, right? There's not a lot of zombies content, but the people that they see like viewers, they see you're sticking with zombies, you're posting zombies, they're going to be the first person you think of when zombies comes back. So that's why I've been sticking with zombies, because I think it's important to, you know, stick with one thing. And, you know, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think the second channel idea is a good idea, I think, for the bigger guys, because it will be easier to transition back. I'm just not sure about, you know, the smaller guys who first did zombies, then switched to Fortnite while it's popular, and then try to switch back to zombies. It's going to be interesting to see if the viewers transfer over and also play zombies, because it was really easy to make the switch from zombies to Fortnite. But the question is the community as... I don't think that whole Fortnite community plays zombies. It's too much of a broad audience.
Not. Yeah, definitely not.
So it's going to be interesting to see for sure. But I think overall, having the zombies YouTubers play Fortnite, it might make the zombies community bigger and better when the time comes.
Oh, definitely. And you know, Nier, going with you, like, I haven't seen you post a lot of, you know, WWE action. What's all that about?
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Like we're talking about Fortnite, people moving to Fortnite. That's the most popular alternate game right now. You're playing a lot of WWE. What's going on?
Recently I bought it. You know,
Okay.
I had a job. I ended up getting I had a job with my brother. I still do. and I ended up getting like $100 from it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna spend some of this on a game that I really like.
Yeah.
And I just like spent like $60 on this game called WWE 2K18.
Yeah. And the only reason why I'm bringing that up is because we just, Fortnite. Now, people play Fortnite to get because they like Fortnite. They have an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jack, you can explain this. They have the addiction for Fortnite.
Listen,
so
I wouldn't say I'm addicted. I say I'm having a lot, maybe sometimes too much fun.
Oh, you know what? You're having fun and you're getting crazy while you're doing it. And
that's good.
And that's what I'm saying. There are so many other games out there that you can create content on that people right away, if they see someone saying like, okay, they're a zombie YouTuber, and they see you go to Fortnite, there are so many arguments they're gonna bring up, like, oh, like he's moving on to this because you can't, the money ain't there right now for zombies. They're doing this because the money's over there at Fortnite right now. It's all, at the end of the day, it always goes down to money, and that's why it gets me so pissed whenever I see these these videos come out that literally the title should have been, hey, click on this so I can gain like $50 on the first 10 minutes. Like, I hate it. I can mention one that I just saw yesterday. It's like, are you serious? Like, you're literally like doing something that many people have done before, waiting for games. Like they've done this so many times. And then you wanna, on Twitter, on Facebook, everything, start spamming Black Ops 4, Black Ops 4, Black Ops 4, hi, Black Ops 4, come on, everybody, Black Ops 4, and I'm like, okay, you're very excited, we get it, but sit down, Treyarch's coming no matter what. Why are you putting up that persona now? Like, holy shit, Black Ops 4, oh my god, Black Ops 4, like, I don't know.
We all know it's like a long time away. Like,
yeah,
I kind of agree. Like, it's, I mean,
I get really annoyed.
Yeah,
personally, it's just annoys the hell out of me seeing videos like that.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally like New Year's Day or something, and David Vonderhaar tweets out freaking Lucky
cereal.
And then people are like, "Oh yeah,
that's it. Zombies is the game."
Yeah, it comes out in 1964. That's when the whole zombies takes place, because Lucky Charms were made in 1964.
Okay.
Pretty much,
David Vonderhaar likes the cereal. Come on, people. Like, no.
That's why every time Vonderhaar or Zelensky, they tweet something, I'm like, oh well, there goes my sub box. Nope.
Now, Nier, I actually don't want to put you on the spot, but did you also make a France video about Zelensky's tweet? Because if you did,
I did make one, but it had proof in it.
Get off the call right now. Get off the call right now. I'm getting off the fucking
actually
call.
had.
But okay, this is good though. This is honestly.
No, there's a difference between making up complete utter nonsense and then making because we can all say we saw JC's interview with Jason Blundell. And Blundell says there may be another use for Mob of the Dead. Like, that's more than enough proof for me. I don't need to hear a 6-minute video about why we know Mob's coming, because we already know it is. But like, there's a fine line between using concrete evidence for something and then just completely utter nonsense trying to think of something. Like, I even made a Black Ops 4 video. Like, it was like 2 months ago, though. It wasn't like how it is now, but I was using concrete evidence for why we will see Mob of the Dead. And it wasn't just, that we used the comic with the lab under Alcatraz. Like, there's so many different things that come together. There was I think I made a top 10 reasons why it's coming back or something.
Yeah.
And I think people are kind of throwing around the whole clickbait term too much.
Yeah.
Clickbait isn't
confirmed.
It's not in itself just arrows and stuff. Arrows are fine for thumbnails. Like, it's more
of what you
coming across with information that isn't true in your thumbnails.
Like, if I have a thumbnail of me holding up, let's say, a thing of cigarettes, and I'm like, I smoked the whole pack, and then in the video, I just threw the pack in a thing of fire and technically smoked the whole pack. Like, come on.
Right.
That's some Jake Paul Roman Atwood bullshit right there. That's some going on there. And we wanted him on the show. We didn't get him on the show. And this is the only reason why I'm bringing this one up in particular. I remember the first time I saw that Lucky Charm shit was on Drag the J's channel, and when I saw that,
oh my god,
when I saw that video, okay guys, it's confirmed 100%. Oh my god, let's get hype in the comment section right the fuck now. I cannot believe it's happened. I'm like, someone get this kid a fucking Xanax, please. Someone get him a Xanax and a shot of vodka right now, because this is bullshit.
Just like
Lucky
the
Charms?
IW DLC 5.
IW DLC 5. That's
shit.
fucking god.
Dude, close source. What do you mean? It's a close source.
But that whole thing too.
You guys want to know the source? I know her.
That whole thing too, though, going with this, like, you know, creating the content you want to see, because this is all on the same topic, but like, you know, that whole thing too with IWDLC 5, like, who took that out of their ass? Who actually took that topic out of whose ass? Like, what happened? Like,
hey, Dean, I know you know who it is.
No,
I don't know if she listens to the show or not, but that's
I'm not gonna
complete
say
and
who
utter
it is.
garbage.
I'm not
gonna say it either, but yeah,
like,
I don't think it's happening.
If there's somebody here who doesn't know it, then good.
They're not wasting their time on a game that did terrible this year, and not gonna take all their time and effort to make the next game they make the best one they could to bounce back from IW. They're not gonna waste time on extinction maps. Like, why would... That's the least that I think the community would want, in my opinion. Like, Zombie Chronicles broke sales. You think this is gonna fucking break sales? Yeah, okay.
I mean, if it came out, I would play it. I know people who would play it, but like, I would, you know, it's Extinction was one of those things, like, you play it for less than a week and you're done.
Like,
it's
every other DLC we have besides Treyarch for IW. Like, honestly. Like, I remember telling... Like, I remember telling Vinny, it was like, I was talking to my friend Vinny, and we were playing Attack, and it came out, it was in July, and I was playing it, and Vinny was like, I actually think I like this map. I'm like, oh, great, like, I hope, you know, you get it, you know, your time worth out of it. He played it. Next week, he goes, I don't want to see that map ever again. You delete my PlayStation account, and you do anything you can to not make me play this fucking game again. And I'm like, wow, what happened? He goes, the game happened. That's what happened. It's disgusting. I'm like, all right, okay, take it easy. It's fine. But, like, whoever goes and you know, who makes those type of videos, who makes those type of stories, like what's going to happen, what's not going to happen, the thing that really stands out in the community today is definitely the fact of people trying to take advantage over the name Black Ops 4 right now. They are doing everything they possibly can to use the name Black Ops 4 in the title to stand out from something. You know, and I think the one video I made that literally says anything about Black Ops 4, the title was, you know, can we actually expect BO4 this year? Question mark. And then I think the thumbnail was Woods. It was, I think, the Victus crew, and I had a Black Ops 1 background. I think that's what it was. And in the video, I literally said these two things that came out today: the Eurogamer tweet and the Eurogamer article and the tweet from that guy. And those are the two things we have. These are so far the two strongest things we can get from actually seeing a Black Ops 4 game that IGN said it could be coming, and, you know, those are the strongest things we have. But before that, when that all happened, like we said before, those were the times when you actually, like, you know, you were confused, like, why are they making these videos? Like, what's going on? Like, why?
Okay, there's only one channel, or one, not channel, but one video on my channel that says Black Ops 4. And it's an actual, like, theory video, but the other one is basically just, like, it was one of the topics, and it was Black Ops 4 clickbait.
Yeah.
But
yeah, there's a difference, though. Like, when you make a theory, you say, this is my theory, this is my thoughts, you know? And, like, that's not what they're doing. They're trying to pass off stuff as facts when it's not.
And as if they're showing anything about it in the video when it's just, like, them talking for minutes and minutes about it. And... like, there's some YouTubers that do this, like, effectively. Like, I have no problem with it. It's like, oh, is the next map here? And it's like discussion or, like, rumor. Like, that's first.
Now, like, a Lance Stewart, the ghost broke my back.
Exactly, yeah.
It's really stupid when you see that shit. So, you know, leaving off this topic, you know, the content we see, like, from me, perspective, I'm making World War II zombie videos. I have, you know, the last one I made was about the character conversation quotes and how Joseph has an effect on the map and the characters and where we can be going forward with the character conversations. The other one I made was it was a what World War II did right with the Darkest Shore, and then it's just like streams of World War II and storyline videos for World War II. That's what that's what I did, and I'm continue to do until I don't want to make. And that's another thing, I'm not going to talk about it that much. But this is the first time we're actually talking about it with Greg on the show. We talk about it a lot, Greg. Do what you want to do because you want to do it, and that's something. Yeah, because you enjoy it. And that's something that's really lacking in the community today. If you want to just say something about that, what you experience in a broad range on Twitter and YouTube, especially, seeing the amount of YouTubes come out, if they're smaller or the big guys on, the zombie content, how many people do you actually see on YouTube doing things? And you can kind of see, you can read between the lines, they're just doing it for all about the numbers. And zombies and the gaming community on YouTube has literally become all about the numbers.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely a lot of people that I can see doing it for views. There's some people that genuinely enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like for me, for example, like I genuinely enjoyed The Darkest Shore, but then I was done with it on the weekend after it came out. So, I think there are definitely some people who are just trying to squeeze every ounce out of it, which if that's them and they enjoy the map, that's all power to them. But at the same time, you got to question the validity of what they're doing, because you don't really are they just doing it because this is the only thing that gets them views, or the only thing that they can feel relevant for? I mean, I wanna think that everyone plays it and legitimately enjoys it, like all the zombies people that play it when it comes out, they genuinely enjoy it. I hope that's how it is. But like with the whole fog thing, especially, like everyone was crapping on the game before, like the DLC, before it even came out. Like I'll say, like my friend Luna, for example, he's like, "Oh, this map's gonna be trash, horrible." And then we play it, and he's like, "Wow, these Easter egg steps are actually really fun, like really cool." And that's exactly how I thought. Like I played it early, so I got like an early experience with it. So I was trying to be as positive as possible about it, because I played for 45 minutes. I didn't have enough time to actually get a good feel for it. But I mean,
that's another thing they, especially
only you know if you're doing it for views or for like enjoyment. And the thing about it is like people aren't real with themselves, or they are, but they don't want to admit the fact that they're just doing it for views.
Yeah, exactly. And there are people that get so defensive.
There definitely is a lot of people using it as an excuse, like you enjoy it. Especially for the bigger guys, I'd say.
Yeah.
And some people ask me, and I'm like, listen, man, like I played until Saturday. That was like the last time I played it.
Yeah.
It was fun, but I mean, I'm waiting for the next DLC. Like, you gotta be real with yourself before you can be real with other people, and just coming to terms with that, like within yourself, is gonna be the only determining factor of how long something lasts, or how long you can make content about something.
Yeah, and you get these people and this actually goes well with the Fortnite community too. And I don't know if Jack wants to brush up on this after, but there are people who get so defensive over people saying, "Oh, these," like Nick Sorrow's video gotta be one of the best, well formatted video about Black Ops 4 clickbait than I saw. Do you know how many people in the comment section that were known in the community got so offended by what he said. Like, oh, it was so hard for me to sit through this video. I get what he's trying to say about me. Like, are you like, you know what? I'm happy Nick did that. I'm happy he fucking made that video.
Me too.
Like, I'm honestly, like, you know, a person like me, I made a video like that. Is it gonna get enough clicks for the whole community to see it? No, but I'm happy he saw it. That I said, you know what? I gotta make this video. And that's exactly
another thing. Sorry, another thing that annoys me about that is like, if you feel so full of yourself to say he's talking about me,
you know you're fucking doing it.
You should not be doing YouTube.
Exactly.
Straight up. Like that, you know, like, really, you think he's talking about you? Unless he says your name word for word, you have no, like, just stop, please.
And the kid, you know, you know, another content creator I work with, you know, here and there on YouTube, he was literally saying, he was looking through the comments. He literally saw a YouTuber who, if I name the name, you guys are gonna know him. He was like, oh my God, you know, it was Nick. It was, you know, I didn't know you felt this way about me. I was like, what? I was like,
I already know who you're talking about.
Are we talking about Grizz?
Yes, we're talking about fucking Grizz. There we go.
I couldn't care less if Grizz hates me.
I hate him. that fucking guy. Let me tell you, he talks out of his ass. His asshole has more brains than his fucking head. He talks like he knows. He talks like he has an HR job at Treyarch. Like, are you out of your mind? Like, he's literally.
You crazy? Are you out of your mind?
Oh my God. Okay. All right, Greg. You know that meme? You crazy out of your mind? You know that meme?
Yeah.
Okay. That guy's a dean in my school. He's an actual dean in my school. He's actually a dean. Me and Jack talk about this all the time. I think everybody should know this. We're getting this out of the way. He's a dean. But anyway, back to Grizz. We have this guy, right? And he's telling Nick Saru, he's like telling Nick, Nick, you know, it was hard for me to watch the video. And I wanted to comment, I'm like, you son of a bitch. If you're, like, look at the videos you're making, first of all. Second of all, if you're saying that, like Greg said, just stop. Like,
right.
like I don't know. Greg hit it great nail on the head. Is like, why are you? And that's the same thing with, you know, the people who got mad that YouTuber made that 4,000 hours 1K sub thing. If you're getting mad that you're not at that, and that just shows your true colors that you only want to do this to get at that point, why are you doing this?
Right.
Same thing. Same thing. By the way, I did, you know, it's funny, Jack. I did all the things I could not to mention that name because I would get started.
Dude, I couldn't go.
See, like, I've known him for a long time, so although I don't agree necessarily with what's going on.
Did I bash your friend right now? Did I bash your friend?
I wouldn't say we're like, you know, best mateys or whatever, but like,
no.
You know, I just don't get into anything with that. But like, I see like all my friends that I talk to on a daily basis just ripping him to shreds, like over and over, and now he's blocked all of them, and like, I just ruined my relationship. Oh no. Oh. No, it's cool, man. Like, I don't agree with that comment. I think Nick did a tremendous job. He wrote out the whole script for the video.
Yeah.
You know, and
for every video. No.
Yeah, and it was really well worded. Like, you could tell he spent a lot of time on it. The editing was good. I enjoyed the video. I really did, and I thought it couldn't be more true than the way he put it. It's just a shame that it's happening so early now, because back when, you know, Black Ops 3 was in the works and coming out, I don't remember people making videos like this.
Oh, definitely not.
Like, it wasn't happening until like maybe a week before the reveal.
You know, exactly. You know, shouldn't you, I'm sorry I cut you off there, but shouldn't that also make you think, like, a little bit, like, you know, I know friends that, you know, doing this type of shit on YouTube too. Like, I mean, and the thing is, like, I see, you know, I have friends doing this, you know, on YouTube and making Black Ops 4 clickbait videos and stuff like that, and even if it's not considered Black Ops 4 clickbait, like, in that kind of area, that genre, like, you know, I know them, I know they're good people, but isn't it, like, a little sad to say, like, why did you actually have to go, you know, stoop down to that type of content?
Yeah, well, there's disliking people and then disliking people's content.
Yeah.
And that's really what you have to, you know, look at.
That is the best thing.
Because I can not like someone and not like their content, but I can also like someone and not like their content. Like,
exactly, yeah.
A perfect example for this, and I'm sorry to name drop, would be Skizzle.
Okay.
I like Fizzle as a person. Like, he's a really cool dude.
Yeah.
I met him in person a couple times, but I'm not enjoying his content because he's making Black Ops 3 videos, which I'm not really interested in until we get cold hard facts and stuff.
You know,
but like he's
yeah.
still a really cool dude, and I love the hell out of him. He's a
Great
really
guy.
nice guy, really cool, but I don't enjoy his content at the moment.
And you know, yeah, like I remember when I made that Twitter video about saying we got, you know, to stop this Black Ops 4 clickbait.
Yeah,
and...
that was a great video as well.
But you know, because
he went in on people.
here's the thing with me, okay? When like I just did with Grizz, and you know, pretty sure me and Greg aren't talking after this, but you know, we're having people right now that when I rant about stuff, I'm from New York. When I rant about something, I'm not personally digging at you, okay? The biggest thing, also, sorry to name drop, it was during the summer of Black Ops 3, and Pack-a-Puncher really started streaming a lot.
Oh my god.
I do not like Pack-a-Puncher because of his content, okay? Like you said, Greg, it's because of, like, you know, it's
attitude.
It's
one day we have to bring him up. Come on.
Wait,
Yes.
what happened? What happened?
Why today?
Why not today?
I don't know. No, keep going.
No, I don't want to keep going. I'm scared now. I'm scared. I don't know what to do.
No, it's just like I don't want to. This is turning into the shit talk podcast.
This is the shit talk podcast.
I wasn't gonna say anything bad about him. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't gonna say anything.
This was made to tell the truth about idiots.
I wasn't going to say anything bad about him. I was actually going to say his content. Nothing's wrong with it. I just don't agree with, like, you know, the persona and things he puts out, acts of, like, you know, in his videos. That's all I was gonna say.
Okay. Yeah. No, I agree, and it goes back to the whole. It circles back to the whole. You know, are they genuine? And unfortunately, people can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
Especially younger people, like kids, they can't tell if they're being sincere or if they're genuinely trying to take advantage.
Why,
exactly.
Like Alot, for example, he has a lot of young fans. You know, he doesn't play off screen. He doesn't care that much about the game, but he knows he's gonna get millions and millions of views.
Yeah, you know, and going back to the point, like, you know, when, you know, and the thing is, like, when you go and you want to talk about something, you know, it's like you have people who you want to make, you know, you watch and you want to watch them, you know, successful and grow. People love to bash success right away. They see someone being successful, they love to bash on them. People, that's the American way right now. Like, okay, someone's successful, we don't like them. And that is why, like, you know, people who came out of the Windworks and started doing great in zombies, people just started hating on them for no reason whatsoever.
Right.
Yeah, this reminds me of back a long time ago with Call of Duty. I remember, like, Modern Warfare 3, I think it was, when the game was, like, almost over. T. Martin had 18 hours played on the game. On his main account.
Wow.
Like, when you think about that, that just puts in perspective how much they actually play the game.
Care about the game too.
Yeah, like, I had like 40 days played because it was my freshman year of college. So I was like, any free time I had, I was just grinding the shit out of the game. But like, and I had a lot of fun with that game, and it really, you know, that was when I loved Call of Duty, like, without a doubt, so much. And it's a shame that what it's turned into. There's so many people trying to, you know, make content for a game when they're not good enough at it, or they're
not even just good enough at it. Like, you can just tell they couldn't care less about the game.
Yeah, and there's so like I can 100% discern if someone is, like, earnest about it, or you know, they love the game for what it is and everything like that. And it's a shame that you see these people that don't care that are growing, and it pisses me off a lot. Because, you know, there's been people who have, you know, passed me multiple times with subscriber counts and, like, other stuff, views, all that. And you're like, wow, This demotivates the hell out of me.
It demotivates the hell out of you, 100%.
Bull crap going on, like it.
That's why I have so much.
Things, man.
That's why I have so much respect for Reed in this community. He even brings it up all the time. He goes like, people can come over me. They can have some of the content. He goes, but I still love this. I still enjoy this, and that's why I have.
I really hope I really hope he grows a ton the next Treyarch game. Because if you think about it, Milo had about the same size as Reed right now, and then he blew past 1 million. So.
Like that's why I kind of feel like he's Bronx Tale wasted talent. Like I feel like that's the quote you can use for Reed. Like he is so great at every single story. I never actually stopped watching. Like when you have YouTubers where you watch them for you binge watch them for like months and then you stop for some reason. You're sick of them. Honestly, with Reed's content, I can't get sick of it. And I'm not blowing smoke up his ass whatsoever.
No, I loved his stream yesterday that I watched.
His conversation streams are awesome.
Yeah, I love the podcast, the Zombros podcast, and then also like his streams. It's literally like a one-man podcast.
Don't forget this one.
It's great.
Don't forget this one.
Doesn't stop.
Don't forget this one. Don't forget this podcast. Don't forget this one.
No, I listen to podcasts all the time. I listen to I think 7 different podcasts.
You bring up our podcast, God damn it.
It is what it is,
I love his stream, I love his videos, and I'm so happy Cameron Dayton actually recognizes a lot of his videos, because those are the type of videos you want to see known and you want to see pushed out there to people. And I remember the first time I watched him, it was like a custom zombie stream, but you want to know why he stuck with him and I liked him? Because of his personality. I liked the way he addressed himself. I liked the way he kept himself in order and in line and matured and respectful to his people, his fans, interacts with each and every one of them. There's not one comment that goes by that he fucking goes and doesn't comment on. That's respect.
Oh, yeah.
And that is respect right there. And it's great to see we still have people like that. And that's why people can disagree with, the way we try to run this podcast. People can disagree about the way I rant sometimes, and I've gotten that by my own friends, okay? Like, I have... Like, it's, and I try to, like I said before, I say how I feel in order to try to get people back to realizing what's actually at hand, and not people bullshitting constantly. Oh no, there's nothing going wrong here. Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. We're a good community. We're gonna play zombies. Like it's not all fun and games if you think about it.
I was gonna say I have like a specific instance of Reed. I stop by like a lot of random streams every now and then. I've only gone into his a couple times, and I went in when he was playing, and I said like, "What's up?" or something. And he's like, "Oh, what's up, Jack the Boss? I haven't seen you since like this stream." I was like, he remembered like exactly everyone. Like the last time that I was in there. Like,
yeah, like
it's just
I don't
know.
That's because I kept, I always comment on my AR Turbo account because for some reason I just always on that account. But I decided I was like, let me actually start commenting and stuff like that on the main channel, so people don't, because they always get confused. Turbo, you said you have another video coming out today. I checked the channel, you have nothing. The last video was you went to a mech game. I'm like, no, it's Artificial Gaming. They didn't understand. So I was like, you know what? Let me start, communicating and stuff with the Artificial Gaming account. And when I went on the stream yesterday, I was like, Reed, don't, I just typed something. He goes, Artificial Gaming. Oh, that's Turbo, right? The Brooklyn boy. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, this is me. But Reed's a great guy. He has a great head on his shoulders, and he is just, guys. If you don't watch him already, go check out Reed. He's a great guy, and we actually talked about a lot of shit going on with these content we're waiting for Black Ops 4. Where you want, okay, we can talk about this, and this kind of goes on with Near Die's, kind of like plans outside of zombies for YouTube or whatever, after the fact. And where do you guys see? We'll start. We can start with Jack, and then we can go Jack, Near, Greg. Where do you want zombies to go in 2018, like storyline wise, the community wise? Where do you want zombies to end up? What status do you want to see zombies in for like 2018?
I think they ended it on a really good note on the last one. Like you said, nice brackets, like Blundell said. Yep. I don't have any specifics on where I want the story to go. I honestly just hope they just progress more through our main story. Don't like go off the trail too much. But I would love to see like a new cruise and stuff. Definitely.
Yeah. Is that down near?
I kind of have the same feeling. I really do not want Black Ops 4 to kind of be, I don't know how to say this, shit.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like a Black Ops 2 situation at the start of it. I want it to be pretty good. I want Jason and David and everybody to do their best on the maps and just the game itself. I really have nothing to add on what Jack said because I actually agree the whole yell of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Greg, what about you?
I mean, I could talk about this for days on end.
You fucking got
about
time.
what I want. I mean, literally, like, I want Mob of the Dead, but I want it to be remastered in 2 ways. So we get the classic Mob of the Dead, and then we also get the new.
Okay.
So like 2 separate maps, kind of like Transit with Town and Arm and all that.
All right.
I would like to see that.
Be interesting, yeah.
I would like to see the Victus crew again.
Would love the Victus
I know a
crew.
lot of people don't like them. I'd think it'd be.
I think
really
it's more
cool.
just like a hate wagon to not like the Victus crew.
Yeah, no, that's understandable for the maps they're on, but I mean, Buried's the best map in my opinion out of those 3, and it's a pretty decent map that people don't give it credit for, all the unique stuff in that. But I think that I would really like to see them back. As far as like premise and all that, like I don't really want to see them again because we just played an entire game with them except for Shadows.
Right.
And like the main thing that I want to see accomplished is us killing Monty. That's going to be like the highlight of the year, 100%.
Yeah, I want something like
I just want an epic battle, dude.
Yeah,
like
I think that's what people were expecting.
Sick.
That's what people were expecting for Revelations.
Yeah, and
they kind of left you like hanging high and dry.
Great battle, but instead you throw the summoning key in Sophia's ass and she beams the Shadow Man. That's all we got.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I'd really like to see the same progression system, but this time with Grief, so we can play Grief and level up.
I want
that'd be really cool to see. There's so many different directions we could go. I want to see, I would really honestly like this storyline to end on DLC 3 and then DLC 4 either be all remasters or maybe a new map from a new story, and then like the remasters and stuff. Because I honestly think if the Victus crew plays any role, which I think they will, because they literally, the comic, I mean, you can't go wrong with that assumption that the Victus crew is going to wake up and go somewhere. It's blatantly obvious.
They're going to wake them up when they're needed next, and I think that's the best line to go off of.
I think it's going to be London. I think we're going to get a London map. Okay. I really do. With all the newspapers on Drak, there's going to be Panzers there because we've been sending them there with the plunger. It's on Moon, so it's going to take place before Moon because the Moon has the newspapers. That takes place in 2035, I believe. So there's a lot of stuff they could do, and the whole thing with the Victus crew is like their time is all different too. So it's going to be interesting to see because they got sent back to 1941 when they were originally past the 2000s. So is their clothes going to change? Is it going to be normal clothes like they wore in Treyarch, but back in like the older times? Like it'd be really cool to see some sort of customization as well as far as like clothing as well. But I mean, that's not really, I just care about the freaking game. I want good maps. I want good side Easter eggs, because that's really what sets it apart for me between Treyarch and other developers. Like World War II, they had like the Money Bowl Easter egg, and that's it. If you look on Drak, right, they have bows. They have all 4 upgradable bows, which I guess would be the same as the Tesla gun. They have the plunger. They have disco ball, skeleton. It's like
little things.
Free gobble gum. Like there's so many good things. Same thing with Zetsubo. They have so many different things. Every map, Shadows. You have freaking donut like bouncing Betty things. Like You know, there's so much stuff
to discover,
that they pile into the map. And like, I heard they only worked on Black Ops 3 for like 2 years. So if they really, you know, stick with their guns and go hard, I think that Black Ops 4 has the most potential for any zombies game by far. And I'm really hyped for it. I really, really am, but it's too soon to tell.
When we get the first leak or trailer for zombies, we are going to see a massive put on the brakes, turn around on YouTube. We are going to see a massive amount of people coming back. We're going to see a mass of people. Nope. You know, I expect there's going to be 2 new people in the community that's just going to randomly blow up. I feel that's going to happen this year.
I'd say more than 2. I would say more.
Turbo and Near Die? Who said that?
But, you know, I can see, because if you think of the last game, of how many people actually came up from Black Ops 3, it's crazy. You know, like you can see there's a lot of new names in the, you know, and I definitely think that with this next Treyarch Zombie game, they are going to go, honestly, more badass than they ever did. The maps, you know, if you think about it, think of the summer of going to Black Ops 3. We got what? The Shadows of Evil trailer that right away, people, you know, hated.
We're back, yeah.
They didn't like it because they saw the fucking, you know, the fucking, the flies, the Margwas and the flies and shit. Then you had the parasites, and then you have, you know, people like, oh, what is this? This, you know, we're going back or whatever. Then we get 4 days after, 9, 10, 11, 12, no, yeah, 4 days after, you get the Giant trailer. Right away, people on board. Wow.
Did you see the leaked video of that?
Oh yeah, and someone was like, it's Hitler.
It's Hitler. No, but I remember watching like Milo's reaction to seeing Rick Toppin shoot himself, and like that put me at so much hype, man. Like,
I remember,
good time, bro.
I remember that the Rick Toppin, he shot. No. Yeah, he came out the heliport. He goes, oh my god, it's Hitler. Oh my god! I know. I was in my room. It was midnight that night of when the actual, you know, the Comic-Con panel just ended, not the trailer came out. And the panel ended, and when the panel ended, people like, there's a leaked Giant trailer, because we didn't get one, and there's a leaked trailer, because people said at the Comic-Con they got it. So somebody recorded it, and do you remember, though, in the beginning of when Charlie Intel was going to, live stream, and then the live stream stopped, and everybody was like freaking out if it was on their end, like what's going on, what's happening, and then he was like, yeah, I almost got kicked out, I can't stream this. I would love to get that footage. Activision recorded it. They have to why did they not release that footage? I do not know why. They did for World War II. Why not for Black Ops 3? I would love to watch that panel.
I really want to go to Comic-Con this year.
I told Vince, like, I want to go. Like, I really want to go.
The tickets are ridiculous, man. It's like $1,000.
That's crazy.
New York
I can't justify spending that much.
New York Comic-Con's insane. I think it's
they have a big one in Boston too, but you know, I can't justify spending that's a lot of money. Although, like, I love zombies, and it'd be really cool to be in the actual event when it gets announced and see the trailer for the first time and everything like that. Like, I think I'll just wait.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I don't know. I may go. Like, it depends. Honestly, if some of my friends are going and they want to like split a hotel, like maybe.
I hope you do, man. That'd be a great experience, without a doubt. That'd be awesome to get to do that. And you know, I think they were going to be. And Jack, can I expect from you some zombie content on the channel? Can I expect some zombie content? When
there's concrete video, there's not when there's concrete gameplay. Yes.
Like, am I
concrete?
Can I see a Jack the Bus first room challenge? Like, can I see?
Oh, that was my first video on the channel ever. Horizon Drop first room. Oh man.
That voice crack.
Oh yeah. Oh, oh yeah, plentiful. I
All
have a
my
counter.
videos have voice cracks, dude.
Yeah, dude, I have
I
a
have people
counter.
commenting the
Oh,
timestamps on every video. I could literally go back in videos and make
That's
a voice
toxic,
crack
dude.
montage
Oh
right
my
now.
god,
Ain't
that's
that
so
what fans are
toxic.
for? I remember I did a TikTok turbo and I had the biggest. But by the way, girl, yeah, I don't know if you know that I've been doing these like that's another thing. People say to me, "Oh, what is he? What is this kid doing?" Right away, ranting about stuff he has no point of ranting on. Do you understand? You can go back to when Advanced Warfare is out. That's when I started my TikTok turbo series. When I sounded like one of the cast from Alvin and the Chipmunks, I sounded terrible. Terrible. And I did a series. I think the first episode of TikTok Turbo was how the exclusivity changed from Xbox to PlayStation. And that was the first of Turbo. I rant because I think that nobody does that in this community whatsoever. Nobody rants about topics that, people don't have the balls to rant about. And it's the fact that you have, where was I going with this? Fuck me. You have, you know, you just rant about stuff, and when you have a video, for example, like, oh, why is Mob of the Dead gonna come back? And then they say in the video, they start going off on people who said Mob of the Dead's coming back because they thought it would just be cool to say. Like, why did they, there's so many people out there that just go, by the way, I'm just ranting on right now. I lost what I was going to say. Like, I don't know what the hell was going on. I'm
Sometimes I hope I just find myself.
I'm completely lost right
like
now.
You're having I'm
completely lost.
Turbo moment.
Yeah, that's it. But we are at the actual hour mark, and before we wrap all this up, Greg, I told you I had something nice planned for you. Okay, guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was a little confused about that.
It's Valentine's Day. What?
Why didn't we talk about what we're gonna do outside of zombies?
Oh,
we didn't talk about
I missed that. Go! It's your topic. Go. Take it off.
Run.
Okay. When zombies ends, which we all know is gonna happen one day, right?
Hopefully not, but
Hopefully not, but shit happens, right?
Yeah, maybe.
This is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Have you ever watched a guy named Rob Dyke?
He's not the guy that does ridiculousness, is he?
No,
that's Rob.
That's Rob Dyke.
Okay, easy mix up. Easy mix up.
I know who you're talking about. I'm not really familiar with his content though.
I kind of want to do not kind of like his content type of stuff, but like in his form, like comedic videos and like some serious videos mixed in with some really good production to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like commentaries, I'm thinking about doing like ranting videos and shit like that, and more gameplay walkthroughs. Like I'm actually planning to do one soon, and it's of Resident Evil.
Yeah, I'm really sorry I missed that topic. That's a great thing to ask. Like, guys, what do you actually see yourself doing if, like, what you're doing right now, like Jack with, his addiction, and then you have Greg with, Call of Duty, and me with Call of Duty. What do you actually see yourself? What kind of content would you guys see yourself making? Like, if it with no gaming, like if gaming was not a thing on YouTube, what kind of content do you think you see yourself making?
I think it's hard to tell right now, as not every game that exists.
Like, what other YouTubers do you enjoy
for the rest of
that do other things besides gaming that you like and you would enjoy to make yourself?
Besides gaming?
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Like, does anybody know here Joe Santagato? Anybody know him?
Mm-mm.
He does whatever, like Madlibs Madness with his brother, whatever. Anyway, he does these videos where he literally sets up a camera. He talks about weird he has like themed videos. Like he has episodes of like stupid people of the internet when he reads tweets like bone apple teeth, like those type of idiots on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Like he rants about that. He's from New York too, so right away you can see why the way I am is the way I am, and he has that content where he sets up a camera, talks about topics and what's going on. He talks about it in ways that other people don't, and he he does like funny ass videos with his family. That's what I would see myself making. Because I don't know if you guys watch any of my holiday vlogs, but my family can be a reality show. It can honestly be a reality TV show. Like you think Real Housewives is fucking comedy, yeah, okay. If you want real comedy, you watch my family, Christmas vlogs where you see a freaking ham getting thrown at one of my uncles. You see that, but it is what it is. Greg, what do you think you can be seeing yourself do if zombies just got derailed off YouTube?
I think I would try to do more personality based content. I've been trying to mix it in here and there, like with the pet peeves one kind of, and
yeah,
I've always enjoyed making personality type videos like Q&As and stuff.
Yeah,
I could definitely see myself doing vlogs and whatnot, and like I haven't really talked much about this, so this is, I guess, an exclusive for the podcast, but
yeah,
I'm supposed to be getting a house with people
awesome.
at the end of the, like, right before the next Treyarch game comes out.
Great.
So some like challenges and fun stuff like that would be.
That'd be really great.
Where else I could go with that? But yeah, man, there's a lot of people that I watch that don't do zombies. Like there's the people like H3 and stuff, but then there's people like David Dobrik and
yeah.
Like there's so many, different Nigahiga. Like I watch like pretty much everything.
I like how you pronounce
because
that.
I can't just watch gaming videos. It's one of those things. Like if I'm making zombies content, I can't really watch many more people. Like Reed is one of those people that I can watch his video, but like there's some people I just can't watch their video because I already know it or something like that. But I try to find unique creators that aren't doing the norm and they can be expressive with their type of content. And I like to add in like different things that I can do to make my content better.
Yeah.
Like that thing where I was like, I'm not wearing any pants. And then at the end of the video,
fucking sick bastard.
And then at the end of the video, I was like, I'm wearing pants. Don't listen to everything you say don't listen to everything you hear about the next Treyarch game. Like, dude, that was a sick moment.
When you did that, I remember right away. I was like, this fucking sick bastard. I was like, oh my god. I was like, that was great. The message got across. People understand what the whole entire tone was about. Like, why you did that. And I was like, you are insane. Like, that was funny shit. But what you brought up before was very interesting. You can't watch other content creators. That's like other comedians, like they can't watch other people's stand-up routines. Like they can't. That's actually really impressive. That's a little because
it's the same because I hear this. There's this band that I listen to where all they do is listen to the radio and they play metal, like progressive metal. And all they do is listen to the radio. So you hear a lot of influences with like really, really cool, like upbeat sounds that are like, not hip hop, but like, a little more, I guess, funky and that sort of thing. And, you see that incorporated into their style of music. And it's really, really cool to see because they don't listen to other bands that do the same thing. So having a unique perspective is definitely important, and that's what I try to do. Just be unique, be yourself, but try to not be the same. And I know it's such a cliche thing to say,
but it makes sense once you realize what makes you happy.
Yeah, like you can hear someone say, "Don't be yourself" and stuff like that. But people don't truly understand what that means until they're doing it, and they're actually, doing different things and seeing different perspectives. Because there's so much, man. Like I've wanted to do so many different things with my YouTube channel that I've never done, and that I could, I'm running out of top fives, man. It's happening. So I'm gonna try to, expand some more personalized content here. Maybe utilize the green screen a little bit more and start having some fun with my content. But
that's what it's all about.
It takes a long time. Like last night, I made a montage today. I was talking to Turbo before I even started the video, and I spent 12 hours grinding it and made it. And I was really happy with how it turned out. Like sometimes, man, like I feel like I work so hard. I have to work on videos like 12 hours a day at the minimum, like from recording, editing, all that stuff. And if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Exactly. And
so true.
That's honestly so true. And if anybody right away disagrees with me, please tell me right away. Like you said before, Greg, and you were talking about before, yesterday, the way you work on your videos, nobody, honestly, you can say that some people may not, we don't know. But the amount of work you put into, and I'm not even trying to kiss your ass, Greg, by the way. Just getting that out.
Yeah, I don't want to like
no,
like put myself on the pedestal either.
Whatsoever. No. I 100% get you where you're coming from, and I don't want to do the same myself. And there are so many people at the same level as I am on YouTube, with the 2,000 plus, almost 3,000, 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, who they literally tweet out shit like YouTube owes them something. Like, oh, I just worked 5 hours in this video. Why isn't it getting 200 views? Like, why? Like, I worked this hard this week. Why am I not getting this? Like, nobody, they think YouTube owes them something. Like, they owe, their whole life to that channel. Like,
there's a similar instance. Twitch came out with like some Twitch clips thing, like where you get rewarded for clipping in streamer streams. And like the top reply was someone like, I'm a small streamer and I've been grinding streams like for the past couple of months. When are you gonna do something for me? And it was like, it's not their job. They're providing the platform. It's based off of if people like what you're doing for you to be popular. It's not their job to help you and boost you up.
Exactly. And what I'm trying to say is like what you said before, it helps out exactly what I'm gonna say. It's like every single day, and like I'm saying with Greg, I'm not trying to put myself in a pedestal. Every single day, I get on a call with Vinny. I plan out videos for the week. I work on videos. I come home from school. I work on videos. I don't go to bed some days until 2 o'clock in the morning because I'm working on videos, working on the podcast, working on the little fun thing I have for the end of this podcast. Last night, after I was in the call with Greg, I was talking to him. I was working on shit, and who else besides Greg, who we know, who else does this? Who else actually puts in the time to make their craft something as good? And that's why there's so many people out there that are doing that. They do work hard because that's why they're at where they're at right now. They didn't get lucky. Because at the end of the day, if you say somebody got lucky, that's where they got to that point. There was some work ethic they put into their channel in order to get somewhere. Nobody got lucky. Nobody got owed nothing. And that's something, and not just for YouTube, in life. Life doesn't just give you shit. It's not just gonna say, okay, oh, you worked really hard this week. I'm gonna get you a car. You want a car? I'm gonna get you a car. You want a car? Fine, here's the car. You worked so hard this week. Like, it's not gonna happen.
You get a car. You get a car.
Exactly. It's not gonna happen, and people don't see the actual people on YouTube, and that's why I get so mad. This is in any industry, comedy, this is in baseball, sports, YouTube. People don't see the people who actually grind their fucking asses off and work because they want to what? Not one, because they want to see the numbers in the bottom of that video. It's because they actually feel good after they post a video. I cannot tell you how many times I post videos and I say to myself, I don't give a fuck if this gets 5 fucking views. I feel like I feel like Joe Pesci cursing this much. I apologize, but I'm just saying, you don't understand how many times I make skits and I make shorts and I make videos, even if it's early commentaries. I'm like, you know what? I work so hard in this video, and me and Jack talk about this. It's not what you actually see. The way to grow on YouTube is you see the things you learned and the experience you put yourself through working 12 hours on a video, 10 hours on a video. That experience right there is gonna make you feel so much better than any amount of views in your life. And that's why you should do it. That's why you should make videos. And those are the people who work extra hard because you want to know why they like to do it and they want to do it. That's what
I have a different perspective on this because I've been in your position. Yeah. I've been, the smaller guy making and working hard on videos. And once I finally got invited to go to an event for Call of Duty, that was the moment for me, wow.
Yeah.
I busted my ass to get here. And it's so rewarding, man. Now after hitting 100,000 subscribers, it's really rewarding to see all your hard work pay off.
Yeah.
And it just takes a long time to get to that point.
Without a doubt. And I, even like the biggest critics of my work on YouTube is my friends. I go to school. Oh, what what are you gonna work on today, Turbo? Like what?
Oh, dude, yeah, I have a lot about that. Talk about like in a. Oh God, dude, you don't even know.
It's almost.
I don't have friends.
So I started YouTube like in college, and I didn't really talk to many people in college because I focused on schoolwork and stuff.
Yeah.
But like now it's kind of like a chore to go to like a family party.
Oh
and have
yeah.
them ask me questions about it. So
Yeah,
like,
oh my
I can only imagine how hard it is for you guys in like high school with friends you've had your whole life.
Yeah, dude.
Like that must be
Do
brutal.
you want to hear a funny story? The answer is yes. Okay, so I was at the doctor's. Okay, the pediatrician. I was at the doctor's. I was just going there for the easy checkup, check the balls, everything's good. So I'm sitting down, on that piece of paper, and the doctor comes in. Oh, what grade you in? What, and do you have a job? And right away, I wasn't gonna say YouTube because I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This ain't a fucking job right now. This ain't a job, and I'm not doing this for a job. So I tell the doctor, I'm like, oh, I don't have a job right now, but I do have a little hobby. I do make videos on YouTube. She goes, oh, and you get paid from that? Technically, I want to say yes because you do, but I remember my mom was even because I have the best parents in the world because they understand what I put my time into. Like they know.
Yeah, it took a long time for me to have my parents come around.
My father was my biggest, person to say, why the fuck? Because I was a big sports kid.
You need to get a job.
I was the biggest sports kid in my family. I was, baseball every summer, basketball in the winter, maybe football in the winter. And then when I came to the point where I was like, I don't really, want to play sports anymore because I'll still play my friends any day of the week. I love sports. I'll still play it. But when I wanted to devote my time to something I really enjoy and I want to share with the world, which is my videos I make, he didn't understand. He thought it was just me sitting down playing video games all day. And I told him, like, Dad, and I told him this is the day that actually turned him around. It was the day I made the EE4C skit with my friends. And many people didn't watch that. Links in the description to this podcast because I think that's a skit that people should watch. It's hysterical. But I remember making that, and I had to edit it for about 6 hours. So I told my dad, like, Dad, you don't have to stay for the whole, the time I'm editing this, but just I want to show you the amount of work that I'm putting into this. That's not just sitting down, talking to my friends, playing a video game. Because if you think about the amount of times you're actually doing that in your day, how many hours is that? That's like less than all the hours you're working on a video or a stream. Like. That's
right. It's really weird because like I had to convince my parents that I wasn't wasting my time and everything, but now it's gotten to the point where they're asking me like, how are your videos doing? Are you getting views or are you having fun doing it still?
My whole family watches.
It's all really cool to see the I guess the change, but it's really weird to even see my parents explain what I do to other people.
Yeah.
It's
really weird.
After the Vic DiBattista podcast, that's when the most of the mature audience started to realize what the podcast is all about and what I do. And Vic DiBattista is one of the guys that actually gave me the confidence to say it how it is and have this type of persona on YouTube. And it's like, my aunts and uncles all right away, they were like, oh my god, that's great. Now you gotta get bigger people. Now you need to get Jay-Z. You need to get Rihanna. I'm like, yeah, it's that easy. I got them on do that right now. I'm calling them.
I'll just call the
I'm talking to DJ Khaled right now. Like, they were all so happy for me that I actually got to interview Vic DiBattista, and it was probably the best time I had in my life making a video. Besides now, I'm having a great time. But
all right,
you better not lie.
But
okay.
But yeah, but simple thing is, there is so much more to this than playing a video game. No matter what size you are, if you work hard, you know what we're talking about, basically. And anything else have to say about this topic?
The longest I've ever worked on a video was 7 hours straight.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
No getting up, no nothing. Video all the way.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And that, honestly, actually, I'm gonna link you guys it later after this podcast.
Wow, endorsement.
And I'm going to be after like in the description right now, I will give you guys the fucking link in my video description.
Self promo.
Mm-hmm.
But
and it was on a separate channel called Psycho Sim
I
had.
I mean, literally watched the montage I made last night. That was 12 hours straight. I got up to go to the bathroom and grab a Coke.
Vanilla Coke, my fucking man. Vanilla Coke. Greg, that is something. Greg, let me tell you, when I saw you sip on that vanilla Coke, I was like, there is someone else in the world that shares the Coke experience with me. Like, how does somebody not like vanilla Coke? Like, try it.
I love vanilla Coke.
Jack, do you drink vanilla Coke?
Really?
No, not really.
Fuck you.
I don't drink a ton of soda. I just have Monsters and water when I'm home. I just have soda when I'm at restaurants and stuff.
Okay, all right. Does Domino's have vanilla Coke?
Next time you go to a convenience store, grab a vanilla Coke.
Oh my god, it is.
I'll try it. I've actually never tried it.
It's a life-changing experience.
Really?
It's really good. It has a really cool taste. I love it.
All right. Well, next time I try one, I swear, if it lets me down,
you
can hang my neck on that.
If it lets you, I mean, you can hang Greg's neck, but if you try coming to my house, where my kids sleep, or where my wife sleeps, where my kids come and play with their toys. Anybody know that reference? Please tell me the reference, please.
I want to know, but I don't.
Come on. If somebody in this podcast has not watched The Godfather.
Oh, The Godfather. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Jack,
yeah, I heard.
Jack.
I didn't get the reference at first.
Jack,
yeah, I mean,
you watched
I've seen it. It's just
Oh my god. Okay, you all watch The Godfather? Everything's good? Because me being Italian, I have a heart attack right now if everybody says they didn't watch Godfather.
I need to freshen up on it because I haven't watched it in like at least 5 years.
Goodfellas.
Yeah, that's a good movie right there.
Goodfellas. I fucking love that.
Bronx
movie.
Tale.
Oh. Haven't seen.
No, Bronx Tale. That's a mob movie many people have not seen. They've seen Goodfellas, but not Bronx Tale. I recommend Bronx Tale. But isn't Sal DeLuca in that movie? Yes. Chaz Palminteri's in it, and it's in The Sopranos. I watched Sopranos. Al's in it.
I'll have to watch. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's a really great movie. But so far, guys, we had a great podcast so far. I really loved the conversations we had. Honestly, really great. Loved having you on, Greg. Definitely, would definitely do it again if you're free. And
come back soon.
Would love to have you on again. But we're gonna end this off, Greg, with something fun. Okay, Greg. It is Valentine's Day, as you know. Okay, Greg.
Mm-hmm. He's really scared.
Yeah, Greg just went silent. Greg just fucking.
What the hell are you gonna do?
Okay, no, it's nothing romantic.
We're gonna cook you.
Starts caressing Greg's leg.
Greg, please grab the package underneath your chair. No. All right. So here's what we're doing. So it's nothing romantic. I'm fucking around. Okay. So we have a Madlib I made up. Okay. So we made up a Madlib. It's pretty. If it's not funny and it's corny, tell me it's corny and to go kick myself in the balls. But I think it's pretty cool. And Greg's gonna be the one giving us the nouns and the adjectives and stuff like that. And Greg, you had a series on this, right? Doing Madlibs.
Yeah, with Lex.
Yeah,
I did one with Pizza and one with Lex.
I remember watching the one with Lex.
I need to reboot it at some point.
You need to do that again. Dude, these Madlibs are great. Now
I would be game to come on anytime.
This is not a template. Okay, I made this all up, praise me. But anyway, Greg, this is called the before I give you the title, we're gonna start off with the sections you need to, place in. All right. So, give me a zombie YouTuber.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I don't know.
We'll go with Lex.
I called it.
All right. Give me an adjective.
Okay. Loopy.
Loopy. Okay. 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 Give me a Call of Duty zombie weapon. Any weapon. Wall weapon, anything. Wonder weapon.
Oh, shit.
Okay, the Winter's Howl.
Winter's Howl.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Wow,
Whoa.
look at you.
Little 5 action.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay, give me an exclamation, like something you would say, like an onomatopoeia, like an exclamation.
Wow.
Oh shit.
We don't fuck around here, Greg. I don't know what you're trying to expect. We don't fuck around.
I think he just gave you the exclamation.
Yeah, I just did.
Oh, holy shit! Oh, I thought you were trying to say holy shit. He's going really deep with this.
No.
I think that's the exclamation.
Okay. Give me a sexually transmitted disease. I am not lying. Give me a sexually transmitted disease.
Why?
I'll give you one.
What?
Oh God. Oh, okay.
We'll just go with AIDS.
AIDS.
Turbo wants
nice,
Greg to give him an STD.
Strong STD.
You just gave me AIDS just saying that shit.
Give me another zombie YouTuber.
Oh, fuck. Don't say me.
Skizzle.
Skizzle, my man. Alright.
Ooh. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Lex
and Skizzle in the same place getting AIDS.
Okay. Give me a noun. Wow, the tables have turned for Greg, huh? He's
Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Los Angeles. Not okay. You know, it's gonna be funny, but I'm reading along, and all right, okay. Give me another noun.
Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty. So you went to Los Angeles and back to New York. All right. Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Give me
Cross
another.
country.
Give me another exclamation.
Okay.
Exclamation.
Wowzer.
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 All right, now give me you can name one person, one worldwide dictator.
Oh, shit.
I suggest Mao Zedong.
I think I already
Kim
know
Jong
what he's gonna
Un.
pick.
Oh jeez.
Oh shit, I thought you were gonna say Trump.
All right, we're done.
It's gonna be like,
Greg, are you
yes.
ready?
I'm ready for this.
Good.
gonna
Get your
be
fucking
the
big
most
boy pants
amazing
on. We're getting ready. Let's go. This Mad Lib is called A Day in Argatha.
Oh God.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay, you ready? Everybody quiet now. Everybody
Oh,
silent.
shit.
Shut the fuck up! Okay. Alright. Krakatoa! Sophia and Maxis both get sucked into the apothecant sun, only leaving Greg and Lex awkwardly together in front of a house filled with loopy children. In the middle of the group is a Winter's Howl. The Asian one picks it up. Holy shit! Screams Lex as he is shot in the foot by the weird girl with monkey pajamas.
Right.
With the weird girl with the monkey pajamas on. They think she has AIDS. A door creeps behind you. Out emerges Skizzlex. Do not go in. Well, how would he say it? Do not go in there. Greg and Lex look confused and want to know more. They enter the door. Following behind them is the little Russian kid. However, suddenly a Los Angeles appears in the room. Oh my God, yells Greg. Is that what I think it is? As the gang's eyes glow and start to walk closer and closer to it, they began to realize it really is not Los Angeles, but it's a copy of Call of Duty Ghosts for the Xbox 360.
I mean, I can see how you could get those confused.
Exactly, without a doubt. The disc starts to speak to them in a godlike voice. He says, "Quick!" Well, it says, "Quick! Grab onto my Statue of Liberty." Wowzers, says COD Ghost. A flash of white light goes off. Greg falls out of a pod. All next to him are other pods. He notices that everyone in the pod looks like Kim Jong Un. Greg looks up and says, "I fucking hate the Atlas Corporation."
Very good. Very good.
That's pretty good.
Very
That's
good.
it. I want to thank AR Unlimited and also my friend Vinny for helping me out with that Madlib. And Greg,
that was the best Madlib in history.
You know what, Greg? I'm not just saying this. Thank you so much for being on the podcast, man. It really means a lot to us starting out as a podcast. I mean, so you know what? So far, we are 5 podcasts going now. This is the second, well, technically third one with Jack. Greg, you being an outside, source, how do you think this podcast is going? Give us a little, criticism. Give us something good, and then we'll end this podcast. How do you think we're going so far?
I think you guys are doing really good. I've actually listened to all of them before.
No, nice.
Really?
So even the first one I listened to before Jack was on it. I love listening to podcasts. I think you guys just gotta stick with it because that's the biggest issue I see with podcasts. People will make a couple episodes and then stop.
Yeah.
So just stick with it. I think you guys are doing a good job. The questions are good. The discussion is good. And that Brooklyn accent is beautiful.
Thank you, Greg. Greg, I gotta say that's the one thing I get is the Brooklyn accent. I say, listen,
it makes you unique, man, for sure.
I want to put Brooklyn on the map. Let's go. Come out here. My mother will cook some Sunday dinner. Come on, have some sauce. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. We'll have a great time. But everybody watching right now on YouTube or on SoundCloud, thank you guys so much for all the support. Greg's channel is going to be in the description. However, I'm going to put on the title on the screen in the beginning, so just in case people don't make it all the way to the end, people know to check out all the links in the description. Greg's channel, but Jack's channel, Near Die's channel. And thank you guys so much for coming out to the, just watching the podcast. My name is AR Turbo. We have Jack the Bus, Near Die, and GregFPS.
Hey, buddy.
And we'll see you guys next Saturday. Have a good one.
See you guys.